Can you give me some examples of what it looks like to give youth a voice?
Yeah, one thing with Youth Adult Partnership that is difficult for adults especially is to give youth space to have a voice, and voice that is authentic and not just some token thing that they're giving young people. So a lot of times you'll see programs that say, oh, we give youth a lot of voice, but what they're really saying is, we're going to give youth a small window of decisions or number of decisions that they can make, but there's also things that they're not allowed to touch. And so really good programs will have endless possibilities for youth to express their voice. It can be deciding what the activities in a program will be. It can, if they're sitting on a youth board, for example, then they would be full partners. It has to be something that's valued by everyone and important. And what's important is, up to those involved. But I always tell young people when we do trainings on Youth Adult Partnership that if the only decisions they make are things like what color to paint the walls in a classroom, it's probably not an authentic kind of decision or voice.
What, in your experience, what does it look like to give youth a voice?
Yeah, so I think, whenever we're talking about voice, I think we're talking about listening, and really listening with intent, and with intent to really take what we're hearing and implement it into our work. So I think, voice is more than, letting kids vote on choices they like best. Right? Voice means that children and teens and young adults and students are involved in planning, in execution, in strategy development, in reflection. They're involved in all aspects of our work.
Can you give me an example of what it looks like to give youth a voice?
Yeah, so I have a couple different examples that I've seen in community centers that are really interesting and effective with middle school students in particular. So some community centers monthly will meet with all of the young people that attend their programming and brainstorm ideas for what types of activities and what types of programs they would like offered the following month, and then they'll incorporate those ideas into their plans of activities for the following month, which is really interesting because it motivates young people to then come because they're getting the programs that they want, and they're also feeling ownership over the program and over the direction. Other youth programs that I know even incorporate youth voice in the hiring processes for their staff members. So the adults might select their top 2 candidates or their top 3 candidates and actually let the young people then interview those final candidates so that they can have a say as to which youth worker that they would want to be working with.
We have several examples within the 4-H program where youth and adults serve on either committees or on boards, and they are equal partners on those committees and boards, and they both have a voice. They have a trusting relationship there. They're able to work together to say, here's the issue, or here's the program, this is where we want to head with it. And they're able to kind of work together and use each of their skills and each of their perspectives to end up with a better outcome. The Social Norms Project would be another one where I go into classrooms, actually, in the Tomahawk School. And I've worked with the advanced health class at the high school, and I've also worked with the alternative education classes at both the middle and high school in Tomahawk. And I go in and I present the data from the survey and get their students' perspective on what stands out to you. What data really resonates with you? What message do we want to create for our poster? And then work with them to actually create draft posters that then are given to a local media marketing person who then does up a mock-up. And then I take them back to the students, and the students actually are the ones who select what are going to be the messages for the upcoming school year.